Hey. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening, people? Let me just share my screen, because I know you didn't come here to see an empty blank screen anyway, so I'm going to share my screen. There we go. All right. And then as always, no copyright music. YouTube can't take the stream down, so I'm always happy with that. And as always, Championship Manager, which was the football manager of 2003. There was no football manager in 2003. This was the game that gave birth to what you people are currently playing right now. So know your history, respect your elders. Excuse me. So a lot has changed since my last episode. I think I stopped at a draw here, right? And you can see I went on a series of draws. Look, 1, 2, 3, and then I finally broke the draw. I am on an unbeaten run right now, but it did suck to draw all those games. And I have a Carling Cup or League Cup or Carabao Cup, whatever it's called right now. I have a semi-final, 0-0. This was a very surprising scoreline. Very, very surprising. So let me check it. There we go. Yeah, very surprised by it. Arsenal are a very good team. I don't know how they lost 3-0 to West Brom. West Brom in the Premier League? Yeah, they're in the Premier League. Oh yeah. There we go. My next game is against Southampton. So It's gonna be a tough one. They have Owen Hargreaves. They got him from Real Madrid. Real Madrid have been what the kids call it tweaking right now. So Real Madrid have been tweaking, bro. They had Hargreaves and Stanley Tunkai in the B team, and Stanley Tunkai is extremely good on this game. Look at how valuable he is. So tell me, you have to break the freaking bank to get him, right? But they don't want to play him. And me being a decent person, I offered to loan Tunkai because I'm like, if somebody like that is on the market and available for loan, which he was, by the way, he was available for loan at some point. They accepted it. He rejected me. I'm like, champions of Europe, by the way, Stanley, come join us. But he's an idiot. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it so far. I am fourth on the table. All those draws have cost me. I do have a game in hand, and I have a game in hand against Southampton, which I'm about to play. Interesting. If I win that, I go second. I'll be 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. I'll be 6 points behind Newcastle. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping not to draw this game because I've been a mess, really. I have. Let me close all my. I don't want y'all looking at my passwords. This is our Twitter page, World Class XI. I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can follow along. That's our Twitter. And then we have a website. We have a website out here. It is secure. Don't let them tell you what we're not doing. It's a secure site. My browser tweaks once in a while. There it is. HTTPS. It is secure. We're not taking no viruses over to you. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat also. That's our website. Yeah, that's us right there. And we're gonna get into it. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into all that. A lot of people had a lot of opinions about Jorginho winning this award. A lot of people were for it. A lot of people were against it. Yeah, it is. We're gonna talk about a crazy transfer window, bro. A crazy one. What is even going on? Mbappe to Madrid, Ronaldo to Manchester City, and Lewandowski to PSG. I mean, those are rumors right now. Ronaldo seems like he's almost at City, according to all the reports. So, yeah, we're gonna get into all that. Yeah, Pep Guardiola. I think we talked about that a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Like I said, no copyright music right here. YouTube can't take down the stream. So I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. By the way, let me just play this game while I talk about it. This is a good striker that United are about to get, by the way. It's a good striker. Do I want him? I didn't make any buys during the January transfer window. Probably should have gotten somebody on loan, maybe. You know what? I might go for Hatim Ben Alpha, or you know what? I might go for Nasri. I went for Ben Alpha the last time. Why not go for Nasri this time? Why not go for Nasri? The Bradford City in Africa. Let me see. Nasri, not a bad footballer. Um, he is a forward. I want a striker though. I have a lot of forwards, but I appreciate a striker. I really would. Dua. Yeah, Gregory Coupe is still here, still rocking in this game. Sydney Govu, you all should know that beasts. Well, the culture should. Juninho you know what? I can always say this without looking at Juninho Pernambucano. Set pieces 17. I probably was way higher at the start of the game because he is a beast. Lundula is here. Revelier is here. Yeah. See Monaco. Nado Prusa is here. Shea Emmanuel Adebayo is here. Squillaci is here. Let's see if I can loan anybody in Spain. Barcelona have pretty good. Haruna Babangida, Garcia. Nobody looks attractive to me right now. Sevilla is still in Zaragoza, yes. I don't think David Silva is on this game. I don't think he is. Savi is a good player. Strauss-Kahn might be a bit for long. He's a little bit for long. Not sure what he would gain by then. I don't know what you gain either. Interesting position for Barcelona, by the way. Sporting Gino. Reyes, RIP to him. Still here. Julio Baptista, still a defensive midfielder here. POTY is here. Gallardo. Let me check out Valencia. What is that going on in Valencia? Claudio Lopez, Pauleta, Edison, Ricardo Oliveira. Oh, this is my favorite, Pablo Eno. Just a beautiful player. Gotta break the bank for him. Fabio Aurelio is here. I don't feel like playing all that. David Navarro. Ayala, Helvig, Pellegrino. Yeah, this is Vicente. You remember Yao Queen and all them. Speaking of Yao Queen, Gotta be very particular to find his name out. I think he's in Betsy's. I think he is in Betsy's. Let me see. There he is. Of course, he's a beast. Well, there's no point window shopping for people who I'm not gonna bid for, so I might as well keep it pushing. Um, but no, let's get into this. Let's look at this. Look at this. Shout out to Deco. Happy birthday to Deco. Definitely a top footballing legend. You know what? Do I just go to the BBC and do this? That's funny. Let's see if I can. There it is. Let's look at these drawers while we play this game. There we are. All the groups. Yep. Let's get it. Freaking United. They get that. They get that ability to sign on the 6th of June. Okay. Anthony Amy, the goalkeeper. Yes, he has been a beast of recent. He's been in a ridiculous form when he stepped on the pitch. With Gullit is the coach of Spurs, yeah. And let's get it. Let's see. So, what do you guys think about the group stages? I'm looking at Group A. Group A has City, Paris, IB Leipzig, and Club Brugge. It's the all money derby. It's the Abu Dhabi derby, rather. It's the all classical. I saw people saying it's definitely the Abu Dhabi derby for sure. Excuse me. Um, definitely is. Definitely is. Okay, suspended. Let me see if I'm gonna play De La Cuesta. See if I can get away with that. Get away with that. So what I'm sure the people already believe that City and Paris are going to be the ones to qualify. I'll be a fool to argue against that. I saw a stat about Messi scoring more goals against Manchester City than any opponent in the competition. That can't be right. Or no player has scored more goals against Man City than Messi in the competition. I gotta look for that stat, because when did Man City start entering the Champions League that they they became this gold mine for Messi? I thought it was Arsenal, but maybe they are talking about the current competition. Arsenal have fallen off for a while, so that was definitely an interesting one to me. Definitely was. Um, let me see. Let's see. City. So, oh, come on, Dinatali. Come the hell on. Let me see. Opta. There's too many Optas, bro. I don't know which one I'm looking for. I think this is the one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the stat. Yes. It says Leo Messi has scored more goals against City than any other player in the Champions League, netting 6 in 6 appearances against them. Nemesis. I'm like, how many goals did he score against Arsenal? Doesn't he have like? Well, I'm guessing they're saying just for Man City, right? Not Messi himself, because I think he scored more goals against other clubs. But for Man City, he scored more goals against them than any other player in the competition. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to say. Yeah, he's definitely a nemesis for City. Definitely is. Very interesting. Very, very interesting draw. We'll see how City actually unfolds with the way Ronaldo is going. Is that going to change the dynamic of what people are predicting? Because right now, I think people are predicting Paris wins the group. But if City add Ronaldo, could your opinion change? I mean, granted, Ronaldo is not the same Ronaldo as before, but a lot of people still have that Ronaldo Messi rivalry in their heads. Even though I think right now, you have to say Ronaldo has what's a bit of a step, but I think that's an interesting group. RB Leipzig are definitely the dark horse of the group. They definitely are. They definitely are the dark horses of the group. Man City have only faced Borussia Mönchengladbach more often in the Champions League without losing than Paris. But PSG have only faced AC Milan as often without winning as they have against City. Command. Okay. Opta is always very interesting their stats. So I think that's the end. Club Brugge are definitely not doing anything, right? Everybody should be spanking Club Brugge. But RB Leipzig wouldn't be an opponent to lie down. And then this group is very interesting. That group is extremely interesting. Let me see if I can just put this. I talk about this. Hey, what is going on, bro? What is going on with my people? Oh, they have a couple people. Let's see how it's going. I probably can. Okay, that's fine then. Atletico, Liverpool, Porto, Milan is definitely a group that I think could be labeled the group of death. Looks like it. It really does. Because there's no easy opponent in this group, bro. There's no easy opponent in that group. Hit the ball. Liverpool should win. At the same time, I think Atletico should win. At the same time, I could see Porto qualifying from this group. And at the same time, I could see AC Milan qualifying for this group too. So this is definitely the group of death. This is definitely the group of death. A lot of interesting battles. I think Zlatan is still in Milan, so that should be interesting. Porto always have a decent array of footballers. Um, Chelsea faced them last season, and we got to see firsthand, how good they could be, to be honest. And who they knock out before Chelsea? Oh, I can't remember. That long range shot. I can't remember. I just can't remember right now. But Porto are definitely not a group, a team that could lay down. I know most people will pick between Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. Liverpool, obviously, because of their pedigree, their front three. Liverpool just seem to do well in Europe, and Atletico are the winners of the Spanish La Liga. So we have Luis Suarez, Diego Simeone as the coach. I could see why people go for those two. Excuse me. Sorry. And that's Group B. Let me look. Now we got Group C. Sporting, Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas. Sporting are the winners of the Portuguese league, right? Dortmund should qualify. This is going to be an interesting one too. I think Besiktas lose out, but it's going to be interesting to qualify first or second in this group. Because Sporting, Dortmund, Ajax are definitely going to be. That's going to be an interesting trio among them. Everybody has to try to get points, maximum points out of the Besiktas, because whoever doesn't might regret that. It's going to be blood sport between all three of them. Erling Haaland is a beast. I have Dortmund to qualify first, and maybe Sporting second. But Ajax, it's gonna be a tough group for those, the top three in there. Then we have Inter, Madrid, Shakhtar, and Sheriff. Where is Sheriff from? Sounds like I know Sheriff club. Excuse me. James Milner in need of a rest. He'll be fine. We'll play until he's dead. So there I am. I'm second to Newcastle. I'm lacking. Look at this. So, see if I can play some BBC in the background. I'd like to hear their opinions. I really do appreciate their podcasts.
But certainly on the continent, that's how you do the deal. I mean, you first find out if some. I mean, I don't.
Of signing a striker, it's strange, and it seems so that
all the time secretly hoping that PSG
more games for the Euros when it did seem like a very
position, and even the referee telling him, "Don't do that," don't
do, to get kind of revenge or certainly to.
All right, no Champions League preview from them. Madrid and Inter are my picks to get out of this one. Oh yeah, good. He's back. Madrid and Inter will be my picks to get out, obviously. Shakhtar should be interesting. We don't always know what to expect from them. But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, despite how far Madrid have fallen in the pecking order in Europe, I think they still have quality to see off teams like Shakhtar and Sheriff. Inter would be an interesting one. They did lose Lukaku, and they don't have Conte as a coach, so we'll have to see what they bring into the group. I think Inter would have enough to qualify, though. This is an interesting one. Bayern, Barcelona, Benfica, and Dynamo. I know Bayern are glad to face Barcelona without Messi. They'd be the first one to take that deal. Not like they were hiding from Messi or anything, but Bayern have the ability to beat the brakes off Barcelona with or without Messi. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. See, get to play Man City. See what they're all about. Yeah, Cesar is my captain because nobody in this team has influence up to him. So, and when I say up to him, it's actually terrible. I checked the influence on them. It is terrible. So Cersei is my guy for being a captain. He's pretty young, but he's very influential. So we're gonna rock with that. That's what we're gonna rock with. But I do think Bayern Barcelona, like everybody thinks, if both of them don't qualify, it's gonna be an upset. Benfica should be away to the Europa. Dynamo Kiev, they should be out. Villarreal United, Atalanta, and Young Boys of Switzerland. Come on, finish. Finish. Damn it. Kilgallen always seems like he's getting yellow cards. Never been suspended. Alright, oh, come on. They loved you. Come on, bro. I don't enjoy playing against Ruben Navarro. Do not enjoy playing against him. Oh, a pretty side angle. Pretty acute. I just couldn't get the finish right. A tough ball to finish. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. What's that? Bishop. Yes. Come on. Get in there. Let's see. Let me see if I can. I hate the fact that they beat my offside trap so well. I think I want all of them to stay back. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Everybody playing. Everybody's playing. Let's see. Newcastle are winning. That's all I need to know. We need to win. There we go. Yes. Simon Johnson, bro. That's my boy. That's my young boy from development, bro. Yeah. All right. We need a cushion. We need a cushion, bro. That's what we need. Why? Yeah, can't handle it. Yes. All right, that makes me feel a lot better. That makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Good, good. Villarreal United, Atalanta. Is anybody gonna bet against Atalanta? They're such a torn inner side. Oh, and Villarreal, that's an interesting matchup of last season's Europa League finals. Except only one of them can make the Europa League this season, so it's gonna be interesting. Let me see this so far. Come on. Oh. Oh. So, so I can do. Good, leave early. This might be the group that gives us some banter, bro. This might be it because it has. But anytime I see United in recent times, I just see, the ability of banter to rear its funny head. So, Kill Gallon, his first goal for me. That's good for the club, rather. Good, good. I'm glad. Italian connection, no good though. But I'm gonna have faith in United and say they would go. It's interesting. I have to pick this Atalanta or Real, but I'm gonna believe in Unai Emery and say good evening and move on to Group G. Another interesting group. Good, good, good. Um, Lille, Sevilla, Salzburg, and Wolfsburg. I would actually like to watch a game that in this group. Not a lot of big heavy hitters. A lot of people think this is the easy, the deadest group. There's no, but United States of America, we have a star in Salzburg, Aronson, and I want to see how good he does in the Champions League. Who do I think would go? Damn. I'm gonna say Salzburg and Sevilla. I'm biased. Group H. Chelsea, Juve, Zenit, Malmo. Is Roman Abramovich the owner of Zenit St. Petersburg? It's funny, I was just talking about how I've never seen Kilgallen get suspended for getting a lot of yellows, and there they go. Let's check it out. Um, say owner is Gazprom, not Roman. No, so no. I thought he was. But there we go. Chelsea, Juve should definitely have this one wrapped up. It's gonna be interesting. I remember when Chelsea and Juve met in the year they had the white collar. I think Drogba and Lampard scored the goals. That's 2-1. Essien scored two in a 1-1, right? I know Chelsea won 1-1. Not sure about that. I also do remember the one where we lost 3-0. um, and we lost out of the Champions League. I went to the Europa. Sacked Matthias up so after that. And then that was the same one where Oscar made his insane shot against Buffon. Yeah, it's all the groups together. Oh, so that's it. That's why I have qualified. Then I guess we'll get into the awards. I was kind of tracking that, so oh, come on. Messi winning the Copa America created a multiverse. There we are. I think you're signing anybody on this game. It's a good player, by the way. Might as well keep it pushing. So, Jenny Hermoso is the forward of the season for the women's. For men's, it's Erin Haaland, an absolute beast. Haaland is gonna be, gonna sound like everybody else. He's gonna be a beast in the future. This isn't even his peak. He's still going up. Imagine how much. I think a lot of people have faith in this talent. This is not an Adriano bust kind of thing. 10 goals in the last Champions League game. Imagine when he goes to a club like Bayern, bro. He's gonna be an extreme beast. Interesting choice for Jenny Hermoso. I think Jenny Hermoso was the one who scored the most goals. That's probably why she got that nod ahead of her. Or it was all Barcelona, wasn't it? It was all Barcelona in there. Kante was the midfielder of the season for the men's. Ruben Diaz was the defender of the season for the men's. Alexia Putellas was the women's midfielder of the season. It's interesting. Alexia, I remember watching her in the youth tournament, and she's become such a big deal. So that's congratulations to her. Irene Paredes is the defender of the for the women's. Irene was also a Barcelona player, but she just made the switch to Paris. And Sandra Panos, who's for Spain and for Barcelona. Unfortunately for Chelsea, they lost 1-0 in that final. I actually thought the keeper could give her a run, but with the way Barcelona were killing teams and not conceding that much in the process, it's no surprise. Mendy, keeper of the season, 9 clean sheets in the competition, well deserved. Thomas Tuchel was the coach of the year after just 4 months. Who's going to argue with that? And Luis Cortez of Barcelona was the women's coach of the year. Alexis Putellas again was the women's player of the year, and this was very interesting. Jorginho was the UEFA Men's Player of the Year. I made a joke here. The Joggins Dior dream is alive, right? The jogging Dior is alive. Jorginho could actually climb that pulpit and raise up a Ballon d'Or ball. Do you think that could happen? It'd be very interesting, wouldn't it? Well, yeah. Congrats to Jorginho. He's definitely a player that divides opinions, even among Chelsea fans. So it's very. I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of satisfaction watching him get named. So, yeah, congrats to him. play it this way. Let's play 4-4-2. That formation scares me. That 4-3-3 against my ultra attack. It's not wise to do. This is the second leg of my semi-finals for the Carling Cup. See how it works out. Brad Friedel. Come on. There we go. Yes. Good so far. I wish it would pass, but it's pretty good for me. So sometimes I chill on my frustrations with Lennon. If I put Bake there, he's gonna pass for sure. Arsenal are 3-0 down on aggregate, so they need to score 4 to qualify. They didn't score 4 without reply, so we'll see how they do. If not, I'm gonna play the final against West Brom. Oh! What an idiot! Blackburn lead on away goals, bro. Can you imagine? Yes. This is the only competition I haven't won, except the Community Shield. Oh, and the Club World Championship. I didn't win that either. So, as far as I can win trophies, those are the two that I haven't won in club football in the Premier League. So I don't know if I win this, and maybe if I win another Premier League, maybe I would resign. I don't know. Good save. Yeah, I'm not even going to touch this one. But a lot of YouTube guidelines about that. But it's funny how many French players get into that kind of situation, by the way. I think Benzema and Ribery were just in something like that. Balbuena, Benafa. It's an interesting culture in France. They have to let me know what's going on there. Oh, that was a terrible one. I need a cushion. Because if they score now, they're gonna lead on the way goal. I need one more. Oh. Hate that because like that's the chance you look back when they equalize or something. Yeah, I am afraid of them equalizing. Let's do this. Who's gonna shoot this ball? Oh. See if I can milk the clock again. See if I can milk the clock again. Can't even milk the clock. Instant sub. There we go. Yes. Made it to the final. Awesome. I play West Brom in the final. Scored 10 league goals for us, and they sent 160. Well, thank you very much, Newcastle, for keeping your promise. Let me look at my finances. The Millennium Stadium, Cardiff. You guys remember that? That was the venue, wasn't it? Before, New Wembley and stuff. Yeah. Good. Still no copyright, YouTube. Oh, what happened? Oh. I like that music. Yeah, it's just a reflection of how people used to feel about Jorginho. Can't run, no assist, can't defend, that kind of thing. But yeah. Now, let's let these people talk.
It's the EuroLeagues with Steve Crossman.
Now that this is done to PSG, I can wait for his debut against Christopher's friends and enjoy it. And yet, Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe, all those stories, Cristiano Ronaldo now, this is just crazy.
Well, you even found time to go on Fantasy 606.
Oh, that was fun. Although I lost to Statman Dave on the Sutton Death.
Julian!
I'm not allowed to say.
Spoilers!
Okay.
Sutton Death spoilers! Athletics Rafael Honigstein with us. Hi, Raf.
Hello, good evening. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, the opposite end of the personality spectrum to Brannis is Cristiano Ronaldo. And we're going to start with him because, it's out there nearly everywhere. Just a couple of examples, Miguel Delaney in The Independent and Fabrizio Romano, the king of transfers probably, both saying personal terms have been agreed, but the clubs haven't agreed a fee yet. Do you remember the old days, Raf, when you had to do the other one before that and you couldn't talk to a player before?
That was never actually the case. Clubs maybe pretended that they were doing it that way, and maybe the odd Premier League clubs having been maybe burned by certain things where they were caught for, try to be extra judicious and careful. But certainly on the continent, that's how you do the deal. I mean, you first find out if somebody wants to join you, then you talk to the club. Otherwise, what's the point? You talk to the club and say, yes, we can sell. And then you talk to the player and says, I've got absolutely no interest in joining you. I mean, it'd be pointless, right? I mean, this is an interesting one because you would think that the possible sticking point to a Cristiano Ronaldo move to City is not City Juventus. It'd be Pep Guardiola and City wanting Ronaldo. So if these stories are accurate, and I have no reason to believe that they're not, because as you said, multiple sources are reporting very similar stories, it seems to be that City have decided that Cristiano Ronaldo is the next best thing to Harry Kane, that they want him and that they can afford him. That really should, I don't want to say the end of them should be the end of it, but I mean, that goes a long way of making this happen because Juventus
come on. I look like a weak
really
finish.
trying to offload Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's even talk of him maybe going for free because Juventus are so desperate to get them off the wage.
Wow. Because of how much he's costing them in wages?
Yes. And because of how little in their mind he's contributing. Not enough. I asked our good friend James Horncastle earlier if Juventus are stronger in the Champions League with or without Ronaldo. And he had no hesitation saying without Ronaldo. I mean, that's what Juventus think of Ronaldo at the moment, not just for financial reasons. So it's really intriguing that City and Pep Guardiola think that he is somehow going to be the missing piece for them. The sense between them and the Champions League.
Is that
it didn't work out for Juventus that way.
The thing with Ronaldo is that he's not a Pep player, is he?
Before we get into if he's a Pep player or not, isn't that interesting that people think Cristiano Ronaldo is a club with Ronaldo is worse with them in there for the ultimate competition that he's won numerous times. That is just mind-boggling to me that Juventus would feel that it was never really a good fit, was it? Ronaldo at Juve, you know? That is very interesting to me. It is. And yes, when you have a player like that, you want to keep him at all costs. But they're right. They just want to offload, bro. Like, they want to just say, you know what? Send him on his way. We're done with him. And the way, what's his name? Guillem Palagna. I can't say his name truly. The way he says it, they're going for Ronaldo, which is the next best thing after Harry Kane. He's a plan B, bro. Like, this is insane. This is I guess is what you call a decline. Like I saw a tweet where someone said his finishing is the best thing about him right now. And they are right. They're right, because you can't really survive playing Ronaldo on the wing. You have to play him in the 9 area. So Pep needs a 9. Does he need a 9 or he wants a 9? I think he wants a 9. I think Pep can go a whole season without playing a 9. He loves his false 9. Ronaldo in so many ways can be a false 9. But how often? I don't think Ronaldo is even going to get regular game time for City. It's going to be very interesting, this transfer. With all that, let me continue playing the
like,
clip.
even if you think back to the days when he was fairly new in the job and he was benching Sergio Aguero quite a lot because he wasn't working hard enough for the team, Ronaldo's not going to be like super high pressing, energetically closing defenders down.
And the counter press and all of that at 36 years old. I mean, he's never really done it, let alone at his age right now.
That's cap. He did it for Mourinho. Now that's cap. That is cap.
With Pep's philosophy and I think
Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
More a no than a yes. But then you know that he's going to score goals, a lot of goals, because they're going to create so many chances for him, even if he doesn't do all the pressing and all the counter pressing and all the movement and everything that Pep asks him. So maybe, and we know that because Pep said it yesterday, he's going to leave at the end of his contract in 2 years' time. So it's a very short-term option anywhere and decision. And maybe if you go down that route of the short option, the short term, then you also make it work for Cristiano on the short term. And maybe it's Pep that also is going to adapt a little bit to having Cristiano in his team, as much as Cristiano adapting his own game to what Pep wants. And just to go back on what Rafa said about the money, though, if you Juventus, and you know City want him, and you know that City have been sound 150 million pounds that were ready for Harry Kane. So you know City clearly have the 30 million euros that Juventus are asking purely in terms of accountant, and we know that Christophe Terreur and his family are accountants. Some would say dodgy ones. It's not our place to say, but and in terms of amortization of transfers, Juventus need that money to come in so they don't make a loss on the whole Cristiano Ronaldo time at the club, let's put it that way. So I think this one will get sorted pretty quickly, that the two clubs will find an agreement. It might be just 20 million or something, but yeah, I think this one will happen.
Pep Guardiola today said the biggest joy he gets as a manager is to coach players something that they can't do already.
Damn.
So maybe he dreams of turning them into a centre back or something.
I don't.
That's a good one.
right back like Cancelo, like come inside and do this.
That's
as you
a
said,
good
Jules,
one.
as you said, Steve,
Oh, come
he
on.
doesn't strike you as a Pep player. It doesn't strike you as somebody who wants to play in a collective system. It's a strange one, but really exciting, of course, for all of us to see how it's going to play out.
It's just giving De Bruyne dropping crosses to Cristiano. That will be the route of Pep Guardiola right now. De Bruyne crossing to Cristiano Ronaldo. That's it. Cancelo crossing. He will play all.
I mean, Ronaldo is more than crosser, not
So,
football. I
maybe
do
it's
get
that.
the point that
I would
he's
love to see
declining,
that.
but
I'm not that convinced.
come on.
I do want to just.
Is the I can't play for a team that is rival or the local derby of my old team? Is that still a thing or not? Because Rafa Benitez coming to coach Everton, now Cristiano coming and play for City after all those years at United. Have we?
Time heals
is
all in
this okay?
football.
Is this have we
They'll
done
be
with this theory of you can't really go and play for the
It's not a
ultra
theory.
enemy and rival of your former team?
Konrad Adenauer, the first post-war West German chancellor, famously said,
Yes.
"What do I care about the stupid stuff I said in the past?" And I think it's going to be exactly the same.
One thing I absolutely feel like we need to just throw in here, Jules, is the fact I feel a little bit like Simon Cowell, kind of having listed all the things that might not be great and then saying, but in the end, it's brilliant. Because there are lots of kind of weird things that pop up about this move. But essentially, Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to the Premier League would be brilliant. It would be brilliant, whatever happens.
He had arriving at Juventus, even if
thought it
now
was offside, bro.
the end
Like,
is
come
not so
on now.
good, but certainly the beginning was great. And you saw what happened with Messi in Paris, and you know exactly that it would be similar stuff for City and Ronaldo. Later, we will know more details and more of the inside story and thing. You can't also forget or not mention the fact that Abu Dhabi owning Manchester City, in a way, them getting Cristiano is an answer to Qatar and PSG getting Lionel Messi. And I'm sure that's not the only reason, of course not.
That is a
But
good
certainly
point.
has to be one of the reasons.
I have Messi, you have
Now they're gonna
Ronaldo.
play
It
each
is
other
a good
again in the
point. It
Champions
could be
League
like
as
a
well too.
billionaire kind of
But
warfare
it's
kind
just
of thing.
fascinating, like Rafa said, and he's great for the Premier League. Of course, he's great. Even at 36, he's still one of the goats. He's still Cristiano, and he's still in a City team that has been so good for the last few years with one of the greatest managers of all time. It's just box office, big time.
If we're looking at maybe a one-year deal, Raf, would that then make it more likely that City are further in the driving seat for Haaland the following summer, or is that a leap?
I don't think it would have any influence on City going after Haaland. Of course, if Cristiano is there for 2 years, I don't think he would sign just for a one-year deal.
Go for
That'd
it. Go for
That'd be
it.
very foolish
Go for
on his
it.
behalf.
Oh.
I mean, it might persuade Haaland to.
I wonder why you posed.
Oh, God,
No,
couldn't
I'm
work
just-
out if your
I'm
line
just-
had
I'm
dropped.
just- I'm trying to work out the permutations of this. I don't think it'll stop City pursuing Haaland, but
Right.
it might just stop Haaland saying City is a good option for me. I mean, remember, he moved to Dortmund not because they paid a lot more money or were more glamorous than some of the other clubs who were interested, but they were the one club who could say to him, we have a vacancy in the number 9 spot. We just don't have anyone. They had Paco Alcácer. That was their centre forward. And they could guarantee him to be that focal point. If Ronaldo's there, I think it'd be a little bit more difficult for Pep and City to make that point persuasively, just as it is impossible for Bayern at the moment to make that point. And that's when a lot of people reflexive, out of sort of knee-jerk reaction say, oh, of course he's going to go to Bayern, and say, how can Bayern have Lewandowski and Haaland? It doesn't work at the moment.
Well, Bayern are going to offload
It makes
Lewandowski
City's
and then get Haaland.
case more difficult. But in the grander scheme of things, I think it's so fascinating because you think that, for a team that effectively walked the Premier League, for a team that was one dodgy lineup away from winning the Champions League, with Guardiola having been so disciplined,
brilliant.
not doing anything silly or stupid or extravagant throughout the campaign, then suddenly deciding not to play.
I'm shameless. Yes, 2 red cards
against the counter-attacking
and I'm
team.
beating the brakes off.
Now, and he
Because they
somehow
deserve
persuades
it, trying
himself
to-
that he needs Jack
Trying to come
Grealish
at
and
me
Harry
with
Kane
this weak formation.
to complete the puzzle. It just seems so counterintuitive. And now to go for Cristiano Ronaldo seems even more counterintuitive. I mean, last week I was being very facetious.
Facetious.
Yeah, you know what the word is.
What word?
I can never pronounce it properly.
Facetious.
I was being
It's okay.
dismissive
That's it.
about Ronaldo's chances to get a move because I just simply couldn't contemplate that City would go for him with Guardiola. And here we are on the verge of this move happening.
It means you
They
know
just
nothing,
push
Gillen.
him to
That's what it means.
New York too. Isn't that a road too that they might be offering him from? You play for us 1 or 2 years, and then you might go to New York, MLS.
Oh, it's the Frank Lampard pattern.
Yeah. So that's the Frank Lampard road. So could do that too. So
Quick maths.
always. So and then they can get their striker in, but I find it complete. It's quite odd with the strikers that they talked about with other players and. Like at the beginning of the year, we're going for this striker. We have this player as a backup. There was the name of Haaland. There was Kane. There was Lukaku that were mentioned. And then you suddenly go for Ronaldo for the sake of signing a striker. It's strange, and it seems so that like a panic move isn't going, but that's something you already felt over the last few weeks that won't be happening. And why? I never get clubs signing a plan B that. Yeah,
Sucks I'm not going to retain him.
That doesn't suit what they were looking for. I don't understand it. Yeah,
how don't you understand club signing plan Bs? Analysts,
a lot of goals, but
look,
it's not really
most of them can't make. Most of them can't wrap their minds around the transfer, so they start saying nonsense like this. We've seen a lot of clubs go for plan Bs. A lot of times, you lose out on a player, you're like, you know what, I'm going for the plan B. It's not rocket science.
Where do you? I mean, he'll have his pick, won't he?
I think so. I think if you're the head of a national affair somewhere, especially a big country, because you would not think that he would go for something not big.
Belgium.
Yeah, you're on alert. You're on alert, and you go like, okay, how many years do I've got left with Deschamps? How many years do I've got left with Gate? How many years do I've got left with Luis Enrique? And then you go on, and I don't know if the thing is with a club, you know what kind of project you could put on the table for Pep to say, okay, yeah, I'm interested. We saw it with Bayern. We saw it obviously with City. There's other factors like the fact that Chiqui Begaration was there, and so he had friends already, and this and that, whatever. With the national team, it's a bit different. Why is it? Is it like the place that you would like to live in? Because for most of the time, you don't do much as a national team head coach, apart from living potentially in that country. So that would rule out a few. That will also be a good thing for a few of them. And I'm sure he knows how great France is and Paris. And he can live that in the south by the sea. He's not far from Catalonia. I think France makes a lot of sense, Pep, if you're listening, and I know you are listening to our show. But yeah, I mean, can you just imagine the national team who manages to get Pep as a head coach? It's going to be fantastic.
From the Deschamps to Pep, that's going to be one big culture.
I mean, if you do it, you go big.
I think Jules is right, though. I think he's.
Oh, Jules. It's not Gillen.
That comes with being a national manager. I'm sure there's an emotional attachment to it as well. Whether that rules out him coaching Spain because of his Catalonia affiliations is difficult for me to judge. He's been linked in the past with Qatar. I think that might be even beyond him to make them competitive. But the country that I've heard being mentioned and that you should keep your eye on is the US, because Guardiola is very attracted to the lifestyle there.
I have to hear this.
Anonymity.
Pep to the United
And it
States
would
of
prove
America.
a very exciting project with the World Cup coming up in the USA. So
Really?
And the young generation, the great young players that they have coming through. So.
Whoever
Really?
gets him is going to be very lucky.
I know. Sorry, Chris. Sorry,
No,
Steve.
you're right.
I was going to say
It's
Christoph.
Chris.
I know
You've done
at
that
least.
again. You did it.
No. Chris, I meant for Christoph. And at least we know he can't go to Belgium because so I mean, why would he go somewhere where he knows he can't win?
Yeah,
What?
so we don't. I think we can only pay, like the Belgian FA can only pay like a week of wages of Pep Guardiola. So he's not an option. He's not an option. They will never be an option. I think if everybody pays a little bit more tax, we can't even get him. So
I think it's just banter, bro.
we stick to
Among
Roberto
all.
Martinez and finishing fourth or third.
Belgium
World
needs
Cup
to get rid of
Championship.
Roberto Martinez,
I'll be
like
honest,
yesterday.
with all the stuff we've got
That's
to talk
terrible
about, we've got nowhere near as far through I was hoping by this stage in the show. So by the end of the program, Branislav Ivanovic answers from all of you. Who's got the best Champions League draw? One word. Yes, no. Perfect. Listen, it takes a lot to push Kylian Mbappe off the top of our agenda today. He surely is the most wanted player in world football, and Leonardo, the sporting director of PSG, has already confirmed he wants to go. He's confirmed that Real Madrid have made this bid. He said if he wants to leave, we won't.
What is
stop
Mbappe
him.
thinking? Like, what is he?
Terms.
What is he
So
thinking?
what was the bid?
He can
Jordan,
stay with
and why
Messi,
is
win the
Paris
Champions League for a
Saint-Germain so
year.
angry?
Well, the
But
first one
he's
was 160 million euros.
unsatisfied,
which was
wants to
rejected,
leave.
Of course, as we know, because it was not
Stay
enough.
for a
That's
year.
what PSG were
Win the
saying.
Champions League.
Let's not forget. Let's remind everyone that if there's a move from Kylian Mbappe this summer, or if he extends his deal, PSG will have to pay a clause in his contract to give 35 million euros to Monaco. So if he accepted a 160 million euro bid from Real Madrid, 35 million of that would have gone to Monaco, and obviously the rest, 125 in PSG's pocket. The second bid, which has been made literally an hour before we went on air, for 180 million, so only 20 million more, still far away from PSG's valuation, which is more around the 210, 220. Has been received by PSG. I think it's fair to say that they would also reject it. Maybe Real Madrid thought that they could open that negotiation and maybe they can talk and maybe an agreement somewhere around it. I don't know. But PSG have said it tonight again with Nasser Al-Khelaifi at the draw. He said, we have a very clear position, which is we don't want to sell. And if we were ready to sell, it's in our terms. And the terms have not been met yet. So I don't know what's going to happen between now and Tuesday night. It's going to be fascinating. And Kylian, yeah, of course he wants to go, but he's happy to stay another year in Paris and play with Messi and Neymar and then
Stay
go
another
to
year.
Madrid next season without and if the two clubs have an agreement
I
now in
really
the
wish
next
it was
5 days,
Cersei taking
then he
this
will also be
penalty.
very happy to move to Madrid.
I
right
removed
now,
my
this
penalty
summer.
take. Oh, Lennon
So
is my penalty
I think
taker.
he's
He's not
waiting
here.
quite serenely
Okay,
of what
I'm
to
back
do
in it
next.
soon.
And I think there's worse than I was going with Messi.
But why would they let him go on a free? It's looking like we want, but it's an outrageous amount for a player who's still 1 year left in my eyes. But why would they take that risk to let him go on a free? Because they know he's a boyhood Real Madrid fan and he wants to go there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made a bid, of course.
Pride.
So why would they take that risk?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think
Let's
there's
go,
a point,
Alessio.
and I think Steve is
Come on.
right. There's a bit of
Come
pride,
on.
certainly from the ownership, and
A bit.
also until
Just a bit.
just a bit.
But
But also,
Saint-Germain, as they call them.
but also, I think there was a point where they.
But the optics of going from that to making this bid is ridiculous. So ridiculous that surely it just can't be. It can't be true.
Yes.
Can they realistically afford this money for Kylian Mbappe?
Get
Sold a
in.
few players.
Let's see what they do.
Football counting works. It's just you add this, you add that, and you spread those fees over 5 years. So I think it's possible for them, definitely with crowds coming back into the stadium too. And they're not Barcelona. They don't have that huge cash that they have to pay back in 1 year. I think they might survive Kylian Mbappe, but yeah, it won't be clever.
Damn.
might even make sense. It's one of those, maybe those football conspiracy theories, but it's a good one.
But yeah, you flex your muscle, and that's what Florentino is good at. I just think that it could well be just we've tried. And Leonardo, when he spoke to some of the media yesterday, it's kind of what he hinted as well. He said,
Yes. Yes.
You tried.
Gets in,
gets in.
Gets in, bro.
Anyway, just to say to Kylian and his people, look, we've tried. They said no, but that's how much we want you. Exactly like Rafa said. And then you showed how he would come to you next summer now.
I'm going toe to toe.
There's no different way.
We're not
maybe
gonna,
before, if you hadn't made a bid, you knew that Liverpool would have tried next
season. I'm going
season.
to fucking
City,
toe.
had they not got Ronaldo kind of stuff. Was now you know that it's you and only you, and that could also work. And maybe that's the whole strategy from the beginning.
On the Football Daily Podcast,
offside.
This is the EuroLeagues.
Leeds Patrick Bamford's received his first senior England call-up for the World Cup qualifiers with Hungary, Andorra and Poland next month. Jesse Lingard, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Nick Pope all return to the squad. So this is the squad. Goalkeepers, Johnston, Pickford and Pope. Defenders, Alexander-Arnold, Cody James, Maguire, Mings, Shaw, Stones, Trippier, Walker. The midfield is Bellingham, Henderson, Lingard, Mount, Phillips and Rice. And the forwards, Calvert-Lewin, Grealish, Kane, Saka, Sancho, Sterling and Patrick Bamford. Let's bring our correspondent, John Murray. Good evening, John.
That's enough. Don't want to hear about England's selection. It is interesting with Ronaldo. It really is. What can you say, bro? You decline as a footballer and some moves don't work out. It was not a good move. It wasn't a good move for him. People felt that way. But he is where he is. I'm sure he's kind of pissed off that his Ballon d'Or chances tapered off after his move to Juventus, and maybe this move to City is a way to try to rectify that. Good save, Robinson. Please, no penalties. Come on, boys. Here we go. Shit. Why are they always offside? Shit. Didn't score neither. It's gonna be a nerve-wracking last minute game. Oh no. Yes. Yes. Hat trick. Damn. Oh, Hussein. What an idiot. Ooh. Good. Win the foul. That's good. Let me see. Yes. That's how we do, baby. 2-0 to 3-2. Di Natale, extremely instrumental. Unfortunately, he wants to go because he can't settle in the area. Thought my Italian influence would be enough for him, bro. So there we are. We're 6 points behind Newcastle now. I'm hoping to knock them off their perch and win the league. That's it from me. I hope you guys, like whoever is catching this on the restream, enjoys the broadcast. I don't know how good this is or how terrible it is. Always leave a comment down below. Give me feedback on my Twitter. Follow us. follow us on Twitter. This is our page, World Class XI. This is our website. Check us out. And like I said, we're just an upstart. I'm the one who's doing these live streams, but there's a couple of us, and once in a while, we're hoping it can be more than us on the streams now. So peace, people. Thank you very much for listening to us. I appreciate it. And sign out with non-copyright music.